Right smack dab in the middle of the week, right smack dab in the middle of the month. And good morning to everybody out there in North Central Washington and the Wenatchee Valley. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley Wednesday, 16th day of May, 2018. I am Dan in an exceptionally good mood. Koontz,
You are in a good mood.
Well, it's because after today I'm out of here, baby.
Well, you're on assignment, right?
Yeah, I'll be on assignment for a couple of days,
Yeah.
so I won't be here tomorrow or Friday. Our beloved news director, Steve Hare, is giving a slight hint of what I'll be doing over the next 4 days. I'm going golfing, and I need it.
So what do you use? Overlapping, interlocking?
Oh
or
no, the
baseball
traditional Hogan grip, you know, with the strong
interlocking.
Yeah, with a strong left hand, because that's important to have
No,
that.
yeah.
So yeah, I'll be digging it out of the dirt and 3-putting all over the Lilac City over the weekend. I got a big golf tournament, so I'll be I'll be out of here, and our beloved leader, Eric anyway, will be filling in for me on Thursday and Friday. You're going to be here Thursday and Friday. Kat, by the way, is still in control, and let's do it. Let's have a good Wednesday.
I'm looking forward to a good Wednesday. We had a good Tuesday.
We did. We didn't hit 90. Grant, our local weather dude, was predicting 91, which ironically was also what the National Weather Service was predicting for Tuesday's high, 89. Didn't quite get there.
Felt like 90.
It felt like 90. And it's mild right now. It's 64 degrees outside of our studios because we have some clouds and that has held the heat in, but it's not going to be very warm today. We're talking mid-80s. And then we got some inclement weather coming our way. Mother Nature's going to throw us a bit of a curveball, going to snap it off at the wrist, hard to hit. But then the weekend looks good. So we'll get to those forecast details in just a little bit. You notice my Lou Gehrig bobblehead doll.
I noticed that, yeah. What happened?
Well, here's the deal. For those of you familiar with the show, I have my Lou Gehrig bobblehead doll, which is one of my prized material possessions.
Beheaded.
Well, the head came off like 20 years ago, but it just sits on there anyway. It's a bobblehead. The glue dried up or something. So when the Yankees play and they lose, you just get Lou Gehrig's head on the set. When the Yankees play and they win, you get the full Lou Gehrig bobblehead doll on this program. What happened yesterday is that the Yankees played the Nationals, and in the 6th inning, the rains came, and so they suspended the game. So they play baseball, but there's no winner and no loser, and I didn't know what to do, so I thought I'd just do that. Lou Gehrig without the head. I don't know.
I think I'm straight on that now.
Yeah, you got it all figured out.
All right. I wondered what that was all about.
Before we get to the cameras around the valley and the news, there's a lot of news to get to. We got to talk about Robbie Cano. What happened here?
Yeah, suspended for 80 games.
80-game suspension.
Using a controlled substance of some sort that's not approved by
Not approved, yeah. It was a masking agent, essentially, is what it was. He wasn't nailed for using steroids. He was nailed for using a drug that masks the use of steroids. This happened back in February. He appealed it, and finally he dropped the appeal, and yesterday they announced he's going to be out for 80 days. He won't be back till
He was on the injured reserve list anyway,
right,
but he broke his finger, so yeah.
But, you know, that would have been a month tops. Right. Now he's going to be gone until mid-August. Best player in the Mariners is not going to be playing for the Mariners for quite some time, and he's ineligible for the postseason. So even if the Mariners do end their long drought of not making it to the postseason, Robbie Cano will not be on the postseason roster.
No.
So,
is that a part of the suspension or the injury?
That's new. They've been doing that for a couple of years now.
Oh my.
So even if you go through your 80 days and you're back on the active roster, which will happen for Robbie in mid-August, he is still ineligible for postseason play.
And the Mariners have decided to leave D. Gordon in center field instead of replacing Cano at second. So
I think they're probably going to move him to second. So they only have one utility infielder. That's their problem. And now with Ichiro, of course, off the active roster, I wouldn't be surprised if they move D. Gordon to second base, which is his natural position, and reactivate Ichiro. What's going to happen?
That's not in the cards, apparently.
Yeah, you never know. I don't know. We're going to find out together. Whatever they're going to do, they have to jerry-rig the lineup without the big stick in the middle of the lineup. Our guest today.
How about the Wenatchee Wild, too?
Yeah, Wenatchee Wild.
Goodness gracious, they're advancing to the semifinals.
Yeah, absolutely. They may go as the #1 seed. That would be cool. We got highlights, by the way, of yesterday's shootout victory. Guests, first part of the show, Becca Freemuth and Renee Parkins. The young professionals in North Central Washington are having a big get-together tomorrow night at the Tap and Putt. And then we'll take a quick break, and then we'll talk about God's Closet with Shauna Larson. So we got 2 different interview segments for the second half of the show. You ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Around the valley we go, courtesy of Localtel Sky-Fi high-speed wireless internet. It is our tour of the Wenatchee Valley. We begin, as always, with the cross camera, and even though that's pulled back and tilted up, there's no doubt about it, the Columbia River is up there, and we will show you a pretty cool shot of Confluence State Park from our Cougar Ridge side, and there you go. It's a little windy, that's why it's shaking, and now that camera is a long way from what it's shooting. We need to remind people on that. This is our Cougar Ridge camera.
Yeah, looking down on Confluence State Park there near the boat launch, which is closed right now due to the flooding.
That's higher than it was on Monday, I can tell you that much. That is just a remarkable shot. It is just up there, and it's going to continue to rise. But we're going to get a little bit of a break because the temperatures aren't going to be nearly as hot. That's a pretty cool shot of Confluence State Park out there where the Wenatchee meets the Columbia. Camera number 3, Kat says, let's go up to Turtle Rock.
Looking south from
Yep.
Arundel Rock.
Yep, that's the Arundel Rock camera looking at Turtle Rock. You can see the Mission Ridge Basin up there, which is rapidly losing snow. Remember that last year at this time you could drive to the summit of Mission Ridge if you knew how to do it and you had access. That's not the case. There's still quite a bit of snow up at the summit of Mission Ridge, but it's going away rather rapidly. So that is Turtle Rock and the basin behind Rocky Reach Dam. And look at the bird. You see the bird?
Making his way north.
What do you think, an
south,
osprey?
rather.
What do you think that is? And let's look at camera 4. Kat says, let's see what's happening up Manson Way.
Upper Valley. Or no, that's a bigger part of Lake Chelan area.
Yeah, that's the Manson Water Tower. That's the camera there. We've used that quite a bit. That is also pulled back and tilted up just a little bit. You can still see some snow up in the higher elevations there. So good morning to Manson. It's good to have you on board. It is 6 minutes after the hour on this Wednesday edition of Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley. Here's your weather forecast, and you will notice we got some changes going on. Another nice day today, quite a bit of sunshine. This is the last day of that high pressure ridge, which is going to be shoved out by a slow-moving low-pressure system. It's going to enter the region. It's going to start entering the region tonight. So we're going to see some sunshine today. And as you can see, a high of 83. Partly cloudy and 59 tonight. Mostly sunny Thursday. Deeper into the day, more clouds are going to happen. More sun than clouds Thursday. Considerably cooler. High of 78. The wind will pick up just a little bit on Thursday. Thursday night, about a 40% chance of showers. Under cloudy skies, we'll get down to about 58. Friday, lots of clouds, high of 73, which is just about normal. A little bit of rain possible on Friday. I wouldn't bet on it. The farther east you go, the better chance of rain you go. Could even see a thunder cell pop up. We should be all right. And then we set up for a pretty good looking weekend. Saturday, not bad. We'll call it partly sunny and 77, partly sunny Sunday and 80 degrees. And then we warm back up to mid 80s to near 90 by the time we go back to work on Monday and Tuesday.
Nice cherry growing weather for this
It
time
is.
of the year, huh?
Yep. They don't like the rain.
Let's get the rain out of the way now.
Yep.
Before Memorial Day.
I agree. Well, that's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have graduation, and then summertime, and then
Wildfires.
wildfires. Well, keep your fingers crossed. The last couple of years have actually been pretty quiet. Let's see if we can make it 3 in a row. It's 8 minutes after the hour. It is 64 degrees and a partly cloudy skies. It's mild out there. Again, our forecast high today of about 83 with quite a bit of sunshine.
Kind of muggy.
Kind of muggy, yeah. As you said today, it felt like Hawaii.
It did.
Yes. Only we're not blowing up like Hawaii is. We're not erupting. Steve is going to blast out a bunch of news your way in just about 1 minute. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley, live from Studio 3 in downtown Wenatchee on the NCW Life channel.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Golfers, register now for Cascade Medical Foundation's 16th annual golf tournament on Monday, June 18th at the Leavenworth Golf Club. Your registration of $150 per person includes 18 holes of golf and cart, all activities and contests, and lunch and dinner. A raffle and live auction will be held. All proceeds will support the lab at Cascade Medical Center. There are limited spaces available. Get your tickets now by registering online or give us a call today.
And now it's time for your local news update with Steve Hare.
Well, good morning and welcome to a Wednesday. Here's what's happening around north central Washington, news-wise. First of all, it's that time of the year, that's right, and what is a whitewater river raptor's delight, unfortunately also spells problems for those living near rising streams and rivers here in north central Washington. Now, the Columbia and Wenatchee rivers are running very high right now. Authorities are urging residents to be careful and pay special attention to children, pets, and inexperienced swimmers. It only takes a moment for the current to take someone out of reach of the shore. Thus far, we've had no problems in terms of injury or drownings, but again, Drownings occur every year in Chelan and Douglas counties, including fatalities. So obviously a public safety message contained there. In fact, here's a shot of the day-use moorage area near the Arando Street boat launch. It's taken by Jared Reinfeld with the Chelan County Emergency Management. The square platform you see in the middle of the frame is usually 8 feet above the river and is now partially submerged. Meanwhile, Okanagan County Emergency Management officials have announced the emergency closure of the Okanagan River to recreation activities. Swimming and boating now verboten on the Okanagan. Sheriff Frank Rogers announced the closure late yesterday. In a news release, the sheriff said the river poses extreme danger due to high flows, cold temperature, and debris such as logs and brush that are being carried downstream. Residents are advised to maintain a safe distance from the rising river water, which is predicted to rise even further under the warming temperatures. Meanwhile, the high water on the Okanagan River and the Kettle River, seen here near Curlew in Ferry County, has caused significant damage to some structures. Others are certainly threatened, but no injuries again have been reported. But we'll continue to monitor the situation to the north of us in Okanagan and Ferry County as well. Meanwhile, residents living downstream from the threatened 8 Mile Lake Dam are breathing a little easier after learning the repairs to the century-old structure are underway. The Jack Creek wildfire ravaged the lake's surrounding mountain slopes, leaving the dam vulnerable to severe runoff. Chelan County's emergency management officials hosted a public information meeting Monday night to explain what's happening.
They did fly an excavator up there on Saturday, so today they will be able to start moving some of the earthen dam portion, and what is now currently about a 20 to 30 foot wide spillway, it'll end up being about 100 feet wide, which will really allow the water to come out, and they'll be able to have a better prediction of the flows as opposed to a major blowout of the dam.
We spoke yesterday with Commissioner Keith Gaynor, who said they're not out of the woods yet, with a lot of snow melt left on the mountains.
So there's plenty of water to come yet. A major storm event could have an impact, but hopefully they'll be able to widen that spillway area and drain the lake down. So it seems like they have a good plan in place. I hope the people last night were somewhat assured that things were being well cared for us from a monitoring standpoint. But anytime you're downstream from what could be a major failure, I mean, we've seen things down in California or wherever where you've had a dam break, that there's really not a whole lot of warning, and there's no predictability as to the impacts.
And again, if that dam were to breach, it would take about an hour for floodwaters to spill down Icicle Creek to the Leavenworth Fish Hatchery. Water levels could raise by 10 feet if that were to happen. 8 Mile Lake, by the way, is owned and operated by the Icicle and Shaston Irrigation District. Chelan PUD commissioners decided Monday they need more time before lifting a moratorium on Bitcoin mining. Here's more details on that story we first aired yesterday morning, and here's NCW Life's Grant Olson with more.
That was the decision made by Chelan County PUD commissioners following a 2-hour public hearing Monday in Wenatchee. Following the vote, PUD Commissioner Gary Arsenault said the moratorium extension is not a yes or a no to Bitcoin mining. It simply gives all those involved more time to consider it.
Time at this point is not to be interpreted as a yes or no. It's just interpreted as, let's give staff reasonable length of time to try to really get their arms around a very complex, very technical issue that we have previously had no knowledge of or no experience of. We are blazing a path here. As the general manager mentioned earlier, there are commissions throughout the state and power companies across the United States that are watching what we're doing in Chelan County as they begin to feel the same type of pressure that we're feeling. We want to get this right. And in order to get this right, we need to give it sufficient time to consider it, to really give this the type of thought that it warrants and that it deserves.
The moratorium on new high-density load hookups was imposed on March 19th, back when the spike in cryptocurrency value prompted a virtual gold rush of applications for electrical service. The commissioners voted unanimously to extend the moratorium to August 6th to allow staff more time to plan out a course of action. Grant Olson, NCW Life News.
And finally, a former Chelan County employee hopes voters pick him to replace District 2 Commissioner Keith Gaynor. Lee Duncan worked in the county's Natural Resources Department, where he worked primarily on issues relating to water.
I was tasked in pulling all the stakeholders in the area together to work on a particular watershed. So there was the Stamilt Basin, the Wenatchee, and the Chelan, and as well as the Aniak. And so it was my job to coordinate and facilitate those groups and come to consensus by getting all their input, coming to consensus on how to not only manage our water resources into the future, but how to improve those. And so based on that input, we would put together a watershed plan. And then from there, that gave me the direction to go after funding, grant funding, to implement whatever it was. Was it whether it was improving irrigation efficiencies, improving streamside conditions, anything related to improving the water efficiency and improving water quality, fisheries, and that was not an easy task.
Now, Duncan describes himself as a fiscal conservative, but is running as a nonpartisan candidate. He's a marijuana grower by profession and was among those who opposed the current board's actions in regulating that industry. Duncan discusses his campaign in a recent interview, which is available on demand on our website at ncwlife.com.
ncwlife.com is a nice tool for you to use. We recommend that you do it on a regular basis. Bookmark it, make it your homepage, for that matter, because it's everything you need to know about what's going on in North Central Washington. It has a lot of our shows archived. It has a lot of our sporting events archived. We got like 40 sporting events going back for a couple of years that you can go back and watch anytime you want.
That's right.
Which is a really cool deal. Of course, our newscast is on there as well, late in the afternoon. This show, you can watch it over and 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 over again. Why, I don't know. ncwlife.com is our website. You can also use that to get a hold of us. There's a little contact us tab at the very top of the page, right, Steve?
Right, that's right.
So.
You can contact us at ncwlife.com. You can contact us by social media, Facebook and Twitter, as always. We'd like you to write to us on our email address, which is news@ncwlife.com. And as always, our breaking news hotline is available to you at 888-6295. That's 888-NCWL.
And a friendly reminder, if you want to comment on the quality of any of our programs, you're welcome to do so. Just remember, unqualified praise is the way to go.
If we can close out, I'd like people, wouldn't it be great if we could get a good turnout today at the noon hour for the Peace Officers Appreciation Luncheon?
Yes.
And that's being held today. It's an annual event that's put on to recognize the top law enforcement officials in the Valley. And we hope to see a big turnout today at the Convention Center.
It is Peace Officers Recognition Week, and
That's
yesterday
right.
was Peace Officers Memorial Day to remember those who gave their lives.
I went to last year's event, and it was kind of a sparse attendance, and it just seems to me that we can show a little more support for law enforcement. It's a great luncheon that they put on for them, and really a very compelling and emotional ceremony that accompanies that luncheon. So, hey, get out and support our
Convention Center?
finest here. Huh?
Convention Center,
I believe
12
it's at
noon?
the Convention Center at noon.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, go to our website. We'll get information up on that. All
Tickets
right?
are available at the door.
Okay, good, good. Just don't commit any felonies, because that's probably the most well-patrolled piece of real estate in North Central Washington.
That's
will
right.
Be
That's right.
at the Convention Center between noon and 1. 19 minutes after they are going to take a quick break. We do have highlights from Wenatchee Wild's great shootout victory yesterday in the RBC Cup, all the sports that you need, plus the obscure holiday today and history birthdays. Everyone is entitled to Mike Benatti's opinion, and my guests. Two of them, pre-recorded interviews, I did them yesterday. Becca Freemuth and Renee Parkins from the Young Professionals of North Central Washington dropped by and paid me a visit yesterday. We'll show that. And also Shauna Larson from God's Closet. Got a lot to get to over the next 39 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. It's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
It's a free walk-in job search assistance center. It is designed to help job seekers with the tools that they need to find a job. We have partnered with libraries in 5 other cities, providing the same types of services that we offer here, just there.
Just walk in, we have laptops, and we can help you with resume, cover letter.
All of our services are paid for by the revenues earned in our store. Goodwill is just a tool that the community is using to help their neighbors find a job. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life channel.
I'm Eric Grandstrom with NCW Life Sports.
I'm NCW Life News Director Steve Hare.
Catch us on Local Tel Channel 12.
You can watch us on Charter Channel 19 or stream us live on ncwlife.com.
Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
Where we cover the local high schools, the Wenatchee Wild, and the pro teams out of Seattle.
On Saturday, we have a 90% chance of rain.
Catch it all right here on the NCW Life channel.
21 minutes after the hour, Kat, my producer, and myself were sharing an inside joke during the commercial break. So let me hit Control Alt Delete. Partly cloudy and 66 degrees, high today of 83 with quite a bit of sunshine. Wenatchee Wild, Ottawa Junior Senators went to overtime, tied at 2. Then the shootout commenced to settle it, and it was Matt Dorsey and Cooper Zek who scored during the shootout. Wenatchee, both teams had 5 shots. Wenatchee had a couple of goals. Austin Park stopped every goal but one, and by golly, that adds up to a 3-2 victory. Highlights courtesy of Hockey TV.
Joe Anderson, bobbling puck, look out, partial breakaway, Dorsey moves in, Dorsey's shut down by Connor Hicks. Now at the blue line, nice feed, Danny Peon spins, fires, kicked out by Austin Park. As the teams go end to end now. Walking the line, loose puck in the blue ice. And the whistle goes as everybody's converged in the blue. Should stay. I think it went off of a Ottawa player, so I believe it may come outside the zone.
I think so too. It touched the Wenatchee stick, but there was one of the sticks on the bench.
And it looks like we're going to be headed to the 5th overtime in 6 games, unless Hessler has something to say about that. Time expires here inside of Prospera Center. Pass, Bolaris, right wing side, shoots, rebound, bouncing puck in the crease, and Park finds it and puts a mitt down on it.
Boy, what a great hockey game we've had so far, and we may have a shootout still coming. Here in the overtime session.
Morton has it now. Von Unger turns and fires. Couple of seconds left, and that's going to do it. And we are going to the shootout.
Yeah, so they played a 10-minute overtime, 4-on-4 hockey. Nobody scored. So to the shootout we go, and back to Hockey TV for your highlights.
Sam Morton, the left-handed shot, will start out the left side. Back in the middle, makes a move, and a good stop there by Connor Hicks. The guy with 32 goals during the regular season for Ottawa. He moves in, forehand, backhand, and he went back to the forehand in Austin Park. Here comes the Wild captain. The right-handed shot will skate out the far left side. Cut to the middle. Vanderbeek holds, fires, and he missed the net, looking high glove side. Right side. Pierre-Luc Veillette, look out, bobbled it, recovered it, middle. Veillette holds, and he's poked by Austin Park. Get too pretty with things. We'll see what Weatherby does. Right down the chute, fires, and he missed the net again. Lalonde over the blue line. In on Austin Park, shoots, and he hit the left pad. First defenseman coming in now in the shootout. Zek, a left-handed shot, moves in, scores. Chipped it over the right shoulder of Connor Hicks, and Zek has given Wenatchee the advantage. See if he can respond back here for the Senators. Moran comes in with speed, makes a move, and he scores. Top corner over the left shoulder of Austin Park. Now Matt Dorsey, only 4 goals during the regular season. Dorsey moves in, the right-handed shot, makes a move, he scores. Slipped it between the wickets of Connor Hicks. Evans on Park, holds, fires, stopped by Park. And the Wenatchee Wild win this one in the shootout by a score of 3-2.
Yeah, 3 games, 3 victories for the Wenatchee Wild in the RBC Cup tournament. So Wenatchee has ensured its spot in Saturday's semifinals are probably going to be the #1 seed as they move into the weekend. So where we are through 4 days, there it is. It's right there on your screen. Wenatchee, the only team undefeated in the tournament. Also last night, only the second game not to go into overtime. Chilliwack blanked Wellington 2-0. Let's Schwab Prep scoreboard. Let's get busy with it. The Wenatchee Panther girls softball team lives to fight another day. No problems against the Davis Pirates 18-6. Wenatchee will host West Valley at Walla Walla Point Park Friday at 5. The Rams bouncing Eisenhower from the tournament. Playoff baseball. Yesterday, Kashmir, great road trip to Chewelah. They had no problems. They knocked off the Cougars 12-4. Okanagan knocked off Colville 6-2 in the other CTL-NEA crossover game. And that means round 1 of the state tournament, 1A tournament Saturday at Larson Field in Moses Lake. Kashmir will take on Natchez Valley at 10 a.m. and that'll be followed by Chelan taking on Connell at 1 o'clock. The Les Schwab 1A state soccer scoreboard from yesterday. The smaller schools lost to the bigger schools. While Luke blanked Bridgeport, the final there was 2-0. Brewster got beat on the road by Royal 1-0. How about our local golf teams? We got some champions, folks. The Wenatchee boys district champions, second year in a row. 2-day combined team score of 633 at Apple Tree Golf Course. West Valley was second, 9 shots back. Eastmont third. And on the girls' side, Eastmont edged Wenatchee by 2 strokes to win their first district title in 11 years. Congratulations to all. Prep schedule for today, round 1 of the state 4A soccer tournament. Eastmont will host Walla Walla at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. They'll get going at 6 o'clock, and that reminds us our broadcast schedule. We'll have that game that I just mentioned right here live on the NCAA Live channel. Again, 6 o'clock, Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. Watch it right here on TV. If you can make it, Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wisen will have the call. Tomorrow night, hockey night, it always is on Thursday. We're going to air the Wenatchee Steinbach game from the RBC Cup. You can watch that tomorrow at 7 o'clock. On Friday, more hockey with the Wild's game against Ottawa at 7 o'clock. And they're going to re-air last weekend's thrilling Wenatchee Valley Thunder playoff victory over Issaquah. You'll have a chance to see that over the weekend, plus more of the RBC Cup with Wenatchee and Wellington at 7 o'clock. We have ourselves some state champions around here, academic state champions. The Wenatchee girls track team, state champions, a cumulative GPA of 3.817. Eastmont boys golf team, smart guys, 3.836, state champions. Chelan girls tennis team, GPA of 3.962, state academic champions. Congratulations to all. Guillermo Heredia's walk-off RBI base hit in the 11th inning gave the Mariners a 9-8 win over Texas last night at Safeco Field. It was a seesaw battle. They blew a 3-run lead. The Mariners did in the 6th. They had a chance to win it in the 9th. Gene Segura, he had a good day. He scored 3 runs and an RBI. Mitch Haniger hitting third in the lineup for Robinson Cano. He went 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Seattle and Texas have they wrap up their quick little 2-game series at 12:40 this afternoon. It's a Wednesday matinee at the Safe. Bartolo Colon is still pitching. The guy's like 60. Anyway, he'll start for the Rangers. Christian Bergman will start for the Mariners. Of course, you know about Robinson Cano. Second baseman, he's been suspended by Major League Baseball for 80 days for failing a drug test. According to General Manager Jerry Topoto, Cano admitted to taking a supplement and apologized to his team and his fans. Of course, he left the game Sunday in Detroit with that broken pinky finger. He was going to miss some action anyway. Now he's going to be out until mid-August. A big, bad blow for the Mariners 28 minutes after the hour, the obscure holiday of the day today. It's a cool shot of Turtle Rock, isn't it? It's Love a Tree Day. May 16th, Love a Tree Day. Go out and give a tree a great big hug. Or plant a tree. You're supposed to do that on Arbor Day. You can plant one too. Climb up your favorite tree. Spend some quality time with your favorite tree. I'm partial to maples. Where I grew up, we had huge maple trees, which only gave you just wonderful shade in the summertime. But when the autumn came and the leaves came off the maple trees, we could have this huge pile of leaves we could play in. Find a tree you love and pamper it. Trees, of course, give us shade. They give us comfort. They give us warmth. They give us oxygen. Trees. Love a tree today. Love 2 trees if you want to. I have no problems with that. 29 minutes after the hour. Today in history, May 16th, 1866, 152 years ago, the United States Congress said, let's start minting the nickel. The nickel didn't exist until May 16th, 1866. 1.5 billion nickels are produced. Only 2 of the mints of the United States, I believe there's 9 of them, actually make nickels now, just Philadelphia and Denver. How much does it cost to make 1 nickel? 9 cents. It costs 9 cents to make 5 cents. We need to fix that. The nickel came into being on this date in 1866. Today is the 100th anniversary of the stupidest bill ever passed by the United States Congress. The Sedition Act of 1918 was passed by the Congress, making criticism of the government during wartime an imprisonable offense. I kid you not. If you were disloyal, profane, scurrilous, or used abusive language about the United States government, its flag, or its armed forces, you went to jail for 20 years. They let it expire 2 years later. But people actually got thrown in jail for criticizing the United States during World War I. Hard to believe. And 89 years ago today, the very first Academy Awards ceremony took place in Hollywood, California at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. 270 people were in attendance, cost $5 to get in. They awarded 15 Oscar statues. The entire ceremony ran for 15 minutes. I kid you not, 15 minutes, done. They were out of there. They went back to work. The most interesting thing about the very first Academy Awards presentation of 89 years ago today, everybody knew the winners in advance. They announced the winners 3 months before the actual ceremony. The next year, they decided not to do that anymore. And finally, at 31 minutes after the hour, speaking of Hollywood legends, Henry Fonda was born on this date. Hank, born in the state in 1905, passed away in 1982 at the age of 77, named the 6th greatest male film star of all time by the American Film Institute. The Grapes of Wrath, The Oxbow Incident, Mr. Roberts, 12 Angry Men, Once Upon a Time in the West, The Longest Day, Failsafe, when he played the President of the United States, and of course on Golden Pond, his final film, where he won the Academy Award for Best Actor. Henry Fonda was born in the state in 1905. Mr. Showmanship, Liberace. Boy, this guy's dropped off the face of the earth. American pianist and entertainer. Passed away at the age of 67 in 1987. At the height of his fame in the 1950s through the 1970s, Liberace was the highest paid entertainer in the world. During his residency at the Las Vegas Hilton in the 1970s and 80s, he was paid $300,000 a week. He made a lot of money, and he spent a lot of money. When he died, he was almost broke. The guy liked to buy things. So Henry Fonda and Liberace, two guys have nothing to do with each other. Neither does our third birthday, Billy Martin. The American baseball player and manager Billy Martin was born on this date in 1928, passed away Christmas Day in 1989. His specialty, taking over teams that were falling apart and making them winners. He managed the Minnesota Twins. Boom, they started winning. Then he went to Detroit. The Tigers won. He went to Texas. The Rangers won. He went to the Yankees. The Yankees won. He went to the Athletics. And the A's started winning again. You got to give Billy credit for that. He could turn around a losing ball club 32 minutes after the hour. Everyone is entitled to Mike Mignotti's opinion. Then our two separate interview segments. We got Becca Freemuth and Renee Parkins from the Young Professionals in North Central Washington, and Shauna Larson from God's Closet, still between now and 8 o'clock on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
I have a doctor who knows what they're talking about.
It's just so much more hands-on and friendly than anywhere else I've ever been.
It's really great to walk into somewhere where you feel welcomed and you feel accepted.
We've just been grateful for the care and respect that we've been given there.
And here when I come to visit my doctor, I'm not afraid to ask questions.
It's not just about getting you in and out.
I love my care at CVCH. It's awesome. Give it a try.
Hi everyone, Brent. Hey, don't mind, we're just making a commercial here, Randall. You're okay. Hi everyone, Brent here. Jeez. You're gonna love this. When you see this, come down and see us behind Nissan. I can do it. I can do it. The all-new 2018 Nissan. That's done, I'm done. We can't do it. Come down and see us at Town Nissan behind Costco in East Wenatchee. Better performance, better.
The Arbiter of Stoke is a series that highlights a variety of outdoor adventure sports that are available in the Pacific Northwest. I dedicate my time to enjoying this natural playground. The decision is yours. How will you keep your stoke?
Happy spring, Wenatchee Valley from Collins Fashions. We are so ready for your Wenatchee lifestyle special events and vacation time. Colorful tees and tunics, embroidered and colorful ankle jeans, capris and shorts from Not Your Daughters, Jag, Liverpool, French dressing, etc. Beautiful mom of the bride or groom dresses, sundresses too. New shoes and sandals from Soft, Bueno, Nicole, Naked Feet. Spring Brighton handbags and jewelry are amazing. Please stop into Collins and let us style and pamper you, where fun meets fashion in downtown Wenatchee.
Walk and Roll Wenatchee's Asian Express is fast, fresh food. Wenatchee Roll's new Poke Hawaiian Fresh Salad Bar is the best. Fresh greens, fresh seafood, and hand-made sauces. You know what you want. At Walk and Roll, create your own style meal. Hot off-the-line chicken, beef, and veggie plates. Lunch or dinner to match your appetite. Fresh sushi, hot entrees, Poke Fresh Salad Bar. It's new. It's Walk and Roll Wenatchee, fast, fresh food your way. Located on 5th and Mission.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNutty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, we recently, my wife and I, got one of those Amazon Echo things. You know, those things named Alexa that you can talk to, and she'll play music. She'll tell you what the capital of New Jersey is. It's Trenton, by the way. Or they'll give you a weather report. Now, I kind of like this thing. I mean, I can tell Alexa to play some Stevie Ray Vaughan, or I can tell her to play the blues, and she will. And she doesn't give me any argument. She'll even turn up the volume, too. But the real reason I like Alexa, because it's nice to have someone in my house who's finally listening to me. This is Mike Mad Dog McNutty, and that's my opinion.
The NCW Live Channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's learn. Guada TV. Street Talk and Other Stuff. The 12th District. Life with Lisa. And the Arbiter of Stoke. NCW Live Channel is your local TV station.
I definitely recommend them for new floors.
They made it so easy.
It looks like a whole new house.
Great service, great prices.
Want a recommendation before you buy new carpets or floors? Don't take our word for it, just listen to our customers.
And they guarantee their work for life.
Flooring America, where friends send friends. Select pet-friendly, kid-friendly, oops-friendly carpet and floors are on sale now.
And we're back at Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. My guest today, no strangers to this very television station. The lovely young lady to my immediate left used to work here. And she still fobs her way right into the building whenever she wants to. Didn't even have to use the key.
Yep.
I'm talking about Becca Freeman. On my far left is Renee Parkins. You see her with Pet of the Week, which we do every Thursday here on this very program. But they're not here to talk about Pet of the Week. They're here to talk about other cool things. The young professionals of North Central Washington are getting together on the 17th, which is like soon.
Thursday.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Yeah, good to see you. First for you, Renee, what exactly do you do at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society?
I am the development officer, so I do a lot of fundraising, marketing, and I ask people for money.
And how's that working out so far?
It's great. I love it.
Thank you for bringing that up. It's $75 to do the program. Did Becca not
She said
tell
she was
you
going to
that?
pay mine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, Guada will cover it.
Becca is one of the two people that Guada actually pays to show up to work.
Yes, yes.
You and Jenny Rasta Hansafi. Thank you.
Yeah.
See, I knew I'd get it. But you also have your own little company, Intuitions Media.
Oh, I do, yeah. So very on the side, very just as people call me up. I do video photography work. It's my background originally. Obviously, I worked here. So, yeah, Guada's my full-time job. I love it. We do a lot of fun things.
We do.
Renee is actually on the Guada board as well, so we're pretty connected that way, too.
Yeah, I'm one of the unpaid people that work for
yeah.
Guada.
Well, speaking of connections, tell me about the Genesis Young Professionals of NCW Beta. How did this all happen?
Yeah, do you want to take it?
Sure.
Okay.
So Becca and Marissa Collins and I all got together. We know each other through different networking, mostly Guada, and kind of started talking about how there wasn't anything specifically for young professionals in town, and how the Downtown Association had a YP week last year, and it was a hit. There was so many people that attended, but it got stagnant and there wasn't anything that happened afterwards. So we decided, let's just try it and see what happens. And we've gotten just a great response. I think.
It's really just started. So far, we've had 2. This will be our 3rd. The past 2 ones have been the 3 of us sitting down and trying to figure out when it works on our calendar to all meet. Then we've just kind of shared it with our individual networks, created a Facebook page. But the one on Thursday is really going to be our kickoff. We kind of started promoting it to press and trying to get the word out that this is happening. But we're also trying to get people involved who want to help plan it. It doesn't take a lot to plan, but we need more than just 3 people to kind of pick what we're doing next. So
we don't want it to be the Renee, Becca, Marissa show for sure. We want it to be a group.
Well, I'd watch that show. I mean, come on, I'm all over that. Is Wenatchee Valley a good place to live and work if you're a young professional? You're just a couple of years out of college. I know that.
I am. I graduated in 2015.
Yes.
So I think I'm what people.
Go Vikings.
I think I'm what people assume a young professional is. But we like to encourage anyone to come out if you feel like you can connect with young professionals and kind of live the same lifestyle as them. Then you're welcome to come out. But I was born and raised in Wenatchee. Typical story. Didn't want to come back. Came back. As a temporary kind of thing, and I've grown to love it. I think it's a great place. There's a lot happening here, a lot of growth, and for me, that's really exciting to be a part of. So I think, and we're finding there's a lot of places to hold these events. So there's a lot of venues that cater towards the young professional or people who like to go out, grab a beer, kind of network and have fun. There's a lot of those casual kind of places here in town.
Your backstory, I don't know a lot about you.
I know. Well, now I'm going to have to tell everybody. It's no longer a secret. I'm born and raised in Wenatchee. I did a non-traditional move when I went back to college. So even though I wouldn't say I'm quite age-wise at the young professional, my career is a little younger, and I do relate a lot more to my peers that I went to school with. And so I moved away, was never going to come back, ended up coming back, and I love it, and I'm so glad I did.
And you've worked for a really good organization.
I work for an amazing organization and with a really great team, and of course, fantastic animals and things I get to see on a daily basis. So
You clearly love your job. That comes through on Pet of the Week on a regular basis. So do you have an agenda for the 17th, or you're all going to look around with name tags and say, hi, I'm Bob?
There's not even name tags.
That's the best thing.
That's the point.
There's no agenda. It's just really more of a networking event where people get to know each other. We don't usually start off, hi, I'm Renee from the Humane Society. It's just kind of, hey, I'm Renee. And
it's kind of just an excuse for people to go out. We've talked individually between the 3 of us. We've seen events online where we're like, oh, I would really like to go to that, but I don't know if I know anybody. I don't know if it's my scene. So this is a really good excuse for people to be like, oh, there's this big meetup happening. I might not know anybody, but maybe I'll meet people. Right. And maybe they'll like to do things that I like to do. So it's really, really casual. Pretty much what it is they can come. Tap and Putt has reserved a handful of tea times for us. So you will still have to pay, but it's really affordable.
There's discounts, right?
I don't think so.
Can we take that?
If you girls want to fight, I can leave.
The no discount.
No discount.
But there's going to be beer, miniature golf. I know I haven't been before to Tap and Putt, so I'm really excited, and it's a new business, so we're happy to kind of promote new businesses as well. Obviously, from a Guada standpoint, that's what we do, so I make sure that we kind of have that element in it too. So no agenda, just show up, grab a beer,
get to know,
play some golf.
And I'm glad you mentioned the Tap and Putt. These are 3 partners who are doing all this on the side. They all have full-time jobs, and they're like on weekends and holidays. They've been putting this whole thing together over the course of months. And it seems to be a hopping place.
We're excited.
I'm excited. They're young professionals themselves, and so it's really exciting to be supporting young professionals that way. We did Norwood last month, and those are a couple young professionals as well. So it's really exciting to be able to support them while supporting what we're trying to do as bringing this group of people together.
Well, let's see, I love golf and I love beer, but I'm 53.
Do you come for it? Do you feel young at heart? Do you feel like you could?
You talk to me all the time, just like no big deal.
That's true.
I think you fit in perfectly.
See, you'd be fine.
What's the ultimate goal of all this, of young professionals of NCW? I mean, you must have some sort of vision instead of just, hey, we're all about the same age group and we all want to compare notes.
We have a little bit of vision on what we would like to do, but really we want to get the group rolling and get feedback from the people that are there. What do young professionals want in this town? Do they want networking? Do they want mentorship opportunities? Do they want professional development? Do they want volunteerism?
Yeah.
We're kind of here to facilitate what people want. And so we had ideas when we started, but now we're kind of letting it flow and figuring out what the group consensus is, because it's not our show.
And there's no real formal structure involved.
The only structure is that we are trying to do one monthly regular meetup. So that's kind of what that 5:30 after work once a month meetup is. We're starting to trickle in a couple less formal, as if this is formal, events. So like on the 31st of May, New America PAC is hosting Top Gun for $3. So the three of us were going to be there anyways.
Yeah.
So we were like, well, let's just throw it out there, invite people to come out. They can get free popcorn if they're a young professional, if they're there for young professionals, and then just have an excuse to go out on a Thursday night
and look at Tom Hanks when he was younger.
Exactly. I've actually never seen Top Gun.
Oh wow!
I know. I think I'm too young.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the line.
Maybe that's the line. If you haven't seen Top Gun, maybe yeah.
A couple of things. It's loud because there's flying jets all over the place.
Yeah. Okay.
It's got a really tacky romance subplot that was tacked on.
There's a volleyball scene though.
Okay. I like volleyball.
Yeah. And my childhood nickname was Maverick.
Oh.
So very few people know that.
Impressive.
Not true.
Okay.
It's not true. There's viewers out there who are watching this right now, so I think I'd like to be a part of this. Now what? How do I get a hold of you?
Yeah, so we have our Facebook page. So if you're on Facebook, you can find us at Young Professionals of NCW. Yeah. We also have a website, so that is it's ypncw.com.
Right.
That we are keeping updated with just our events. There's also a contact page on there. So if you have ideas, you can reach out to us and let us know what ideas you have and what we can do, what you'd like to see. But really come out to one of our events, connect with one of us offline, and we can connect from there. So.
To summarize, on Thursday the 17th, there's going to be a party at the Tap and Putt.
True. I
love it.
I'm looking at the names of some of the people. You got some pretty big wigs here. Some people who are accomplished young professionals who are going places. That's good.
Yeah.
It's not populated with a bunch of losers.
I hope not.
Yeah, because then I would be showing up then. So.
Yeah, no, people are excited. People, we know right now we're getting a lot of people saying, yeah, I want to come, yeah, I want to come. Then life happens and they might not come. So we're just hoping we're just going to keep going until we are slowly, each time so far, this is only our third, but more people have come to each one. So we're hoping that, sure, our group has 150, but we know 150 people aren't going to show up. So I think the event for the Tap and Pet says 50 people right now are coming.
We'll see. We hope that you all will come.
We hope.
Can this, you said how many people are in your group right now?
150 about.
Are you afraid it might get too big and then unmanageable?
We just had that discussion between the three of us last week. We met and. Yeah, but I'm not worried about it. We want people to get involved, and there's always that fact of 150 people might be following it, but there's no way that many people are ever going to come to an event.
Yeah.
And we want, the Facebook page to be a resource for these young professionals to connect with each other. So the bigger that gets, I think that's what we want. We want them to connect.
Yeah. Reminds me of my 7th birthday. My mom invited 712 kids, and 4 showed up. I was happy to have the 4. I'm kidding. I'm joking. It's good to see you, Becca.
Yeah, you too.
So the Tap and Putt, 5:30 on Thursday. 5:30 is when it starts. It ends when the cops come and throw everybody out of the building, I'm assuming, knowing these two. It sounds like fun.
Yeah,
sounds like fun.
It should be. You should show up.
Yeah.
Just stop by.
I'm out of town. I'm
He's
out of
golfing,
town.
remember?
Oh,
He's
you're
real
golfing.
golfing.
You are
Yeah.
drinking regardless.
Ironically enough, I'll be drinking beer and golfing on Thursday night, just not at the Tap and Butt.
Yeah.
Go figure.
We'll FaceTime you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be great.
Absolutely. When we come back, Shauna Larson from God's Closet. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
I'm Jenny Rojanasatian, and this is Guada TV. Every week we will be bringing you a first look at North Central Washington business, tech, and education news. You'll hear from local influencers and innovators who live right here in the Valley. Together, we'll discuss hot topics, current events, and resources that can support your business, our schools, and this community. Join me every week, and let's get inspired.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
And we are back on this edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Koontz. The two guests who just left our studios, no strangers to our television family. Neither is the lovely young woman sitting to my immediate left, here to talk about God's Closet again from the Valley View Seventh-day Adventist Church in East Wenatchee. It's Shauna Larson. How are you?
Good.
Your friend of mine, Brenda, threw some remarkable numbers out at me. The last God's Closet event, which was held, when?
February,
it was in February
20, I think
700 and some odd people came through your doors.
Yes, correct.
That's a big number.
It was, and we had enough stuff for everybody.
That's got to make you feel good.
Oh, yeah.
God's Closet, in a nutshell, for those folks who don't know, what exactly is it that you're doing on Sunday the 20th?
We collect clothing, sizes preemie baby up to 14, 16 adults, some maternity clothes. We collect them and we distribute those on our event days. We also have equipment, all kinds of baby equipment, toys,
strollers,
games,
playpens,
everything, yes. And it varies every giveaway because it just depends on what we get donated to us. But we have a lot. It's our summer giveaway this Sunday, and so the majority of it is summer clothing. Lots of summer shoes, flip-flops, sandals for all ages. And then we have our outdoor area where we have all of our toys, games, a lot of outdoor toys, a lot of outdoor equipment.
Good. Get the kids outside this summer.
Yep, a lot of soccer shoes, baseball shoes, pants, helmets, just tons of stuff.
Where do you get all this stuff? Are you a soft touch? Hi, it's Shauna.
Yeah.
I mean, how does that work?
Actually,
where do you get all these clothes?
We have a connection in Seattle that
Okay.
provides free stuff to nonprofit organizations, and they have just been extremely generous and are really excited to be able to help our communities over on this side of the mountains.
Because this is God's Closet is all over the place. There's one in Spokane, one in Seattle, one in Vancouver.
It's all over the country. Yep, and we were able to start one. Actually, our director started it. This will be our third giveaway. Next giveaway will be our 1 year.
Wow.
So yes.
How many? You're like the coordinator of all of this, right? Pretty much.
Well, I
I know you have a big team. I know Burl plays a big role.
We have a huge amount of ladies that help from our church and men. I'm mostly responsible for collecting items, and I'm going to probably be fired soon because we get too much stuff.
A victim of your own success.
But no, our director is Burl, and without her, I don't know what we would do because she keeps us all on task.
That's Burl.
And it's a lot of work to get them set up, properly set up, and then taken down, and you know, a lot of the organization in between those giveaways, going through clothing, making sure that the clothing is nice and presentable, you know, no stains, no holes, tears, and you know, just the advertising, and there's just so much to think about. But we all love what we're doing. It's exciting. It's exciting to see how many families are benefiting from the donations that are given to us to
So
give that
the
way.
20th at the Seventh-day Valley View Seventh-day Adventist Church, is the one on 10th Street in East Wenatchee. Is when people walk in the door, you pay a buck. You pay a buck and you shop for free. How good can that possibly be? Is it all organized? So I say, okay, I have a 6-year-old, so I'm going to this section. How does that work?
It is actually.
Okay.
We have a large multi-purpose room that we set up. We have tables for each size. We have like a general little area for infant items up to 6 to 9 months, and then we have tables from 12 months up to 14, 16, and boys and girls are all separated. I mean, there's not much. You can literally just go to the table that you're looking for a certain size, and it's very organized.
Is there a limit to how many things the people who come in and pick up the free children's clothes, how much they can take?
Yes, we hand out bags,
Okay.
and usually it's 3, possibly 4 bags per family.
That's still a lot.
It is a lot of clothes, and with summer clothes, they're not as large, so you can fit quite a bit in.
And it's perfect if you have a kid who's about to go through a growing spurt.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
get something that maybe fit him or her now in the middle of
Yes.
May, and something else for August or September when
Right.
they all of a sudden shoot up.
Yep, and in August, we'll be having another giveaway just before school. So yes, that's the plan.
And for people out there, Shauna, I know you work with the various members of the churches all over North Central Washington. What if there's somebody out there who says, I have a bunch of children's clothes that are just sitting in boxes gathering dust. Can I give them to you? How does that work?
Absolutely. We would love our local communities to donate also. That's kind of the plan. Yes, we appreciate our big donation place in Seattle, but we would love to be able to, people return their items.
Sure.
And get their donations also to help someone else in town. Our church does have a drop-off box now. You drive in the parking lot, you can't miss it. They can leave things there or by the church door. We're usually there, someone's there every day, so, we'll appreciate any donations.
This Sunday, it begins at 10 a.m. It goes till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so you got that 4-hour window to go check it out. I guarantee you, if you show up at 1:58, they're not going to turn you away. That's not how things are done. God's Closet, free children's clothes, is just a $1 donation. And have at it. Again, it's at the Valley View Seventh-day Adventist Church, which is on 10th Street in East Wenatchee. It's a big campus. You can't miss it. Get a hold of us Monday and Tuesday. Let us know how you did, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, Sean, it's good to see
Thank
you.
you. You
All
too.
right.
Bye-bye.
Wake Up Wenatchee Valley returns right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Yamaha ATVs and side-by-side vehicles are proven off-road. Designed, engineered, and tested in the real world, they provide the best balance of off-road capability, comfort, and confidence, delivering performance that is truly proven off-road.
Couple of minutes left. We are back live here from Studio 7 in downtown Wenatchee for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan Kuntz, Steve here. When we wrapped up our newscast about a half an hour ago, you mentioned the Peace Officers Appreciation Luncheon. You have the details because we want people to show up to this.
That's right. It starts at 11:30 this morning. It's at the Convention Center here in Wenatchee, or the Stanley Civic Center, as we like to refer to it. Again, this is a luncheon to honor all of our law enforcement men in blue. Or brown, whatever they wear. We'll have the Chelan County Sheriff, Douglas County Sheriff, we'll have the Wenatchee and East Wenatchee Police Departments, Washington State Patrol as well. They'll all be there recognizing their officers or deputies of the year or trooper of the year. In fact, I think the State Patrol has already picked their Trooper Anderson, I think, is their top trooper of the year. And so the luncheon starts at 11:30 at the Convention Center, and we want to see as many people as we can turn out for this thing, because it's kind of like the Veterans Day parade, you know, where you see more people in the parade than you see along the parade route.
Watching it. So let's have a good turnout. You're going to be there with your camera, right?
I'll be there with my camera.
Good.
That's right.
Good. Real quickly, not a bad looking weather forecast. Sunshine 83 today. A little bip in the roadway on Friday and Saturday, and then we warm up on Sunday and Monday. A friendly reminder, I'm not going to be here tomorrow, and I'm not going to be here on Friday. Eric Granstrom will be in this chair. Steve will be here, though, handling the news duties. Everybody have a great Wednesday. My weekend starts now.
Stay dry.